Welcome to Map Your Mind. Travel through the world with your brain. Micronesia, a scattered constellation of islands across the western Pacific Ocean, is a place of endless turquoise waters, coral reefs, and skies that stretch like oceans above the ocean. It is a region where land meets sea in delicate harmony, and where the stories of its people, winds, and waves carry echoes of millennia. Long before any European sailor ever glimpsed these islands, Micronesia was already alive with human presence. The first settlers arrived thousands of years ago, navigating vast ocean distances using the stars, the wind, and the currents as guides. These were masterful seafarers, whose canoes and navigational skills rivaled any of the world's great explorers. Over centuries, complex societies emerged across islands such as Yap, Chuuk, Pohnpei, and Kosrae. They developed intricate systems of governance, spiritual beliefs, and cultural practices. Stone money on Yap, massive ceremonial platforms, and impressive navigation charts made of sticks and shells are just some of the ingenious innovations that demonstrate the brilliance of these early Micronesians. Trade and communication connected islands across vast distances. Even without modern technology, knowledge, culture, and goods traveled between islands, forming a web of relationships that bound communities together and shared customs, legends, and practices. Ceremonies, dances, chants, and oral storytelling preserved history and social order, ensuring that the collective wisdom of generations would endure. The 16th century brought European explorers into Micronesia. Spanish, Dutch, and later German and Japanese sailors arrived, often seeking spices, territory, or trade routes. Colonial powers attempted to reshape the islands, introducing new political structures, religion, and trade patterns, while the indigenous populations navigated this intrusion with resilience and adaptation. The 19th and early 20th centuries saw Micronesia divided among colonial powers. Spain, Germany, and later Japan controlled different parts of the islands, each leaving distinct marks on governance, infrastructure, and culture. Despite these external pressures, local traditions endured, and islanders maintained their identity through language, dance, navigation, and familial bonds. World War II transformed Micronesia yet again. The islands became strategic battlegrounds in the Pacific theater, witnessing fierce battles, occupation, and the movement of troops from multiple nations. Villages were disrupted, landscapes scarred, and communities tested. But the resilience of the people allowed recovery and the preservation of culture. In the post-war years, after the war, Micronesia became part of the United Nations Trust territory under U.S. administration. Over decades, local governments formed, building systems for self-governance, education, and economic development. Gradually, the islands moved towards sovereignty, with the Federated States of Micronesia gaining independence in 1986, under a compact of free association with the United States. Geographically, Micronesia is a mosaic of coral atolls, volcanic islands, and lush tropical landscapes. The ocean is life itself, providing food, transport, and a spiritual connection that shapes the rhythm of daily life. Mangroves, reefs, and lagoons are not just ecosystems but integral parts of culture, offering both sustenance and sacred space. Culturally, Micronesians remain deeply connected to their ancestral heritage. Traditional navigation, weaving, tattooing, and music continue to flourish, blending with contemporary life. Storytelling, chants, and dance preserve histories, cosmologies, and values, ensuring that even as the islands modernize, the past is never forgotten. Fun fact: Yap, one of Micronesia's islands, is famous for its stone money giant discs of limestone, some up to 12 feet across, used in ceremonial and social exchanges. These stones represent not just wealth, but relationships, history, and community memory, proving that value is more than material, it is social and cultural. Today, Micronesia faces challenges like climate change, rising sea levels, and economic pressures. Yet its people remain resilient, navigating these waters as their ancestors did, wisely, carefully, and with an unwavering sense of identity. From ancient seafarers to modern islanders, Micronesia is a land where the past flows into the present like tides into the lagoon, where culture, resilience, and the ocean itself shape the heartbeat of the nation. Where will your mind travel next?